We made it to Sorrento, but it was like a really long day of travel, so we got up super early at like 6:45 this morning, and we had to get on one train from Venice to Bologna, and then from Bologna we had to go down to Naples, and in Naples we got in at like 3, and we were gonna find a place to get some pizza before trying to catch the ferry to Sorrento. And by the time we like got where we were supposed to go, took the metro to the ferry area, it was like already after 4, and the last ferry was out at 5. So then we had to run down there to catch it. But we're here, we're finally in Sorrento. It's beautiful. I'm on our balcony. We have a balcony. The room's really nice, so we're gonna go get some food and probably walk around a little bit, and we have a bus tour of the Amalfi Coast tomorrow. Good morning. It's our first full day in Sorrento. We just ate breakfast at our hotel, and now we are going on a bus tour of the Amalfi Coast. So I think it's going to be really cool. We're just going to hit up some cities down the coast, and let's go. Our tour was really nice because it was a private tour, so there were only 2 other couples, and we got to drive along the coast. So there were some beautiful spots to stop and take pictures. The road was really windy and beautiful, and there was some great scenery. So we were really glad that we did a private tour like that as opposed to a huge bus tour along the coast. We are at the first stop on our tour, which is Positano. And it's beautiful. We stopped at 3 cities along the coast. The first one was Positano. I think that one is one of the most commonly visited. It's on a cliff, you have the beach, it's super beautiful, and I actually have a friend who was there on her honeymoon several years ago. Our second stop was the city of Amalfi. That one is the largest city along the coast, again on a cliff, again the beach views, so it was beautiful there as well. And the third city that we stopped at was Ravello. That one was the highest up, and it took us the longest to get there, but there were some great views. We went to Villa Cimbroni, which was this beautiful walkway with the heads. You'll see it later in the video, and we just stood there in awe. It was a hike to get up there, but it was absolutely worth it. And then we had to take the drive all the way back to Sorrento. But if you're ever in the Sorrento area or along the coast, I definitely recommend doing a bus tour like that, because just to see everything, it was so amazing, it was so beautiful, and we definitely hope to go back to the coast one day. We only had an hour and a half in each city, but we felt like that was plenty of time, and we didn't stop to eat anywhere so that we could walk around the city longer. We just made sure to stop at a place that had sandwiches or something where we could just grab and go.
It's delicious.
We are in the second stop of our tour, and that is Amalfi behind me. Beautiful. We are now in Ravello. We are going up so many stairs right now.
It's delicious.
Babe, where are we going today?
Capri?
We're taking a private boat tour to the island of Capri. But Steve has to stay here. Bye, honey. On our second full day in Sorrento, we took a private boat tour to the Isle of Capri. There were only 7 other people with us, and it was amazing. The boat took us to Capri, and we got off, and we had several hours there in Capri. So there's actually 2 cities, Capri and Anacapri, on the top of the mountain, so we definitely went up to Anacapri to see the beautiful views of the whole island as well. It was amazing. Oh my gosh, we are on the lift in Capri to go up to Anacapri, and we're just like hanging. It looks like a ski lift. It's so crazy. Oh my gosh. It's so awesome though. Luckily, it doesn't look like it's too far of a drop, but it shakes a little bit. Steve's back there behind me. So awesome.
I just assumed I'd play the part of keeping you in the right direction. No matter how your confidence may fall, I'll be here as your foundation. And I say, hey, yo, just let it go. Your struggles won't remain. And I say, hey, yo, we're holding hope and wake up yesterday. So hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on.
After Capri, we got back on the boat and we drove around a little bit more. They tried to take us to the Blue Grotto. If you don't know what the Blue Grotto is, you should totally look it up. But it's literally like a little hole in the side of the island, and so the tide was too high and we wouldn't have been able to get in and out. But our driver took us around to a couple other grottos that he was able to drive into for us to see. And then he also found a spot to park, and we jumped out and we swam a little bit, and it was just a really amazing experience. If you ever go to the coast, you totally need to do a boat tour to the Isle of Capri. It's just amazing. There are no words to explain it, and it was just probably one of the highlights of our trip. On our last last night in Sorrento, we went to this beautiful area where you could watch the sunset. You can see Mount Vesuvius in the background. And it was just a wonderful last night, a way to look back and reflect on our time on the coast before we headed to Rome. And of course, one of the things we were most excited to see in Rome was the Trevi Fountain, because when we went back in 2014, they were working on the Trevi Fountain and we didn't get to see it. So that was our first stop in Rome. And of course, this is our second time in Rome. So it was more laid back. We did a lot of eating. We just kind of walked around, hung out. Of course, saw staple items like the Colosseum. And the thing that's cool about Rome is the Roman Empire it's a city under a city. So Rome in some spots looks just like a regular city that you would see in America, and then you stumble upon the ruins, and it's just a really amazing thing to see. And it was a great last spot for our trip. We really enjoyed ourselves. The birthday cake building. Now, I don't know the actual name of this building, but on our first trip to Rome, we found out that it was either called like the birthday cake or the wedding cake building. And it's a war memorial, so you're able to go into the museum and walk up the steps, which is awesome. Our room was really nice. It was pretty modern compared to the other two cities, and we definitely spent a lot of time just kind of napping and relaxing in our room. We have officially arrived in Rome. This is our last stop on our Italy tour. We took a train this morning from Sorrento into Rome, and it was only like an hour and a half. So we got here in the morning and dropped our bags off and did some walking. And we actually just took like a several-hour nap. So it's evening now, and we're getting ready. We're going to go out to dinner and probably walk around a little bit more. Tomorrow's like our only full day before we head back to the States. The Wi-Fi is actually a lot better in Rome too. The Wi-Fi is like a lot faster than it was in Sorrento. I like wasn't able to upload anything. So yeah, the trip is coming to an end. When we got to Rome, we were on days 11, 12, and 13 of our trip. So we were starting to get pretty tired, and although I vlogged, I didn't vlog as much as the other two cities, but it was kind of a time of relaxation for us and the end of our trip coming to a close. And I didn't vlog on the way home, so I'm just going to leave the last bit of footage that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog and checking out one of my favorite places on earth, which is Italy.
Don't wait here until your faith is shaken. There's a whole lot of good on your mind and on my mind. And I know that right now I'd like to play the part to rebuild you one more time. And I say, hey, yo, just let it go. Your struggles won't remain. And I say, hey, yo, we're holding hope and wake up yesterday. So hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on.
It is our last day in Rome, so we're at the Roman Forum. We're gonna go to the Colosseum, do some last minute sightseeing and take some pictures. And we head home in the morning.